Renars podcast.
Steve Baker in my shed. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, it's great to see you. Thanks for having me on, Renars. We met in Spain skydiving. It was fantastic. A police superintendent once said to me, society's a pressure cooker and you're the safety release valve.
You've been in politics now for 12 years, did you say?
Yeah.
And before that, tell me about that.
I was so very fed up with politics and politicians. I was just completely fed up with
it. I should go in politics.
Yeah, I thought I must be capable of doing a better job. So you were telling me that when we were skydiving that older stuntmen are needed.
Yeah, and you said like that's your dream to be a stuntman.
Say something in Russian for my followers.
Добрый день, дорогие друзья. I just said,
mean?
hello, my dear friends.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, just don't say something like, this is Steve Baker, he's one of our agents. So you could ask yourself, what can a normal person do about this? I'm afraid it's the one thing most people don't want to do. Let's get just a little bit involved in politics.
Yeah.
An informed electorate is the best defence for a free and prosperous society. They've got this problem that God gives people the law, and then they're very bad at following it. And that's the Old Testament. It's a big story of people failing to follow the law to set society right. And it doesn't work even for God. Do anything. I didn't. I was very boring. I didn't even go to the cannabis cafes and smoke. I didn't.
So what's the point to go to Amsterdam then?
This deal looks superficially good, shiny on the outside, but poke it and it's soft in the middle and stinks. Will he just admit that he has been reduced to polishing poo?
Is that what you said?
That's why something like that. Polishing poo. Particularly, I mean, I forget, I'm this guy who rides a motorbike and jumps out of aeroplanes and likes to have fun like anybody else. But once you're a member of parliament, you, as they say, have to recognise your power. Other people perceive you as a member of parliament.
But with the stand-up, very often people come with the prepared stuff and they struggle just to deviate from it.
Intellectual agility in these things really matters, right? And because if you're dealing with people in relationships, just reading the minutiae of the room, what is the essence of performance to actually land something successfully? Because you're a thoughtful guy, you've got an MBA, you know what you're doing.
I think I feel like a vampire. I live from the energy of when people laugh. It's like when you laugh, when you have a good time, I have a good time.
I did 4 jumps and I started spinning and I couldn't face it. And I left. They thought they'd never see me again because it was, it was bad. I delayed it and then dropped out after 4. I went to the wind tunnel and learnt to fly my body. And I went back and I just completely aced it. If you look at the water, look how fast we're going now.
That is fast. How fast is it?
It's probably about, 20 knots. But there's a theme here. The motorbikes, the sailing, the skydiving. It's going fast, high risk and managing those risks. And that's what I like doing. That's why I should be a stuntman.
You should be a stuntman.
The red pill, blue pill thing is really meaningful because I studied economics and suddenly I thought, why didn't I take the blue pill? I'm still waiting for someone, Renars, to describe me as the John Wick of British politics. Just because a politician wants to make your life better doesn't mean it's right to put them in power and give them control of the law. Back
in the days when we lived in tribes, let's say like it was 30 of us, if one of us is not doing the job or like not contributing to the rest of the society or rest of the tribe, we're gonna go, hey buddy, you should do the work like everyone else does.
But it works. And the warning label on it says there is a risk that this parachute will malfunction even when correctly used, assembled and so on. But I still use it. Why? Because I trust them.
Did you had those moments when you just feel like instead of moving forward, we're going backwards?
Yeah, of course, all the time, most days.
How do you get enough power and enthusiasm to get up and continue doing it?
I don't know. Sometimes I don't. I want a politician who's willing to come on a podcast and talk about the need to get the state to do less. That the state breaks its promises inevitably because it makes promises it can't keep. Fleck in the accountant. If we'd asked me for 5 films, I probably would have included...
Did you just fat shame Ben Affleck?
Did I? Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, the single ladies. Oh,
the single ladies. Yeah. We should do that. We should do the dance like that guy on the football field. Yeah. Renars. Imagine how wonderful a free society could be, one based on dignity and choice and virtue. Well, I suppose if I was talking to the younger me, I would say don't let anybody else constrain your choices. Don't let anybody else tell you that you're not good enough or allow you to think that you're not good enough.
Blah, blah, blah. Renars podcast.